Okay, hello, greetings, and welcome to episode 7 of my A Dyslexic Dyspraxic Gamer's Guide to Let's Play to Final Fantasy XIV. And we are going into another scenario. As we see, we have our little gent with the mirage around him, which indicates that we're going into a fight. And we can see in the distance the fight we're going to be heading into. Got people having trouble. You know what? Let's see if we can talk to them before we actually start the thing. Let's see what happens. Because I didn't do this last time. Hello, sir. Hello, Severin. Blondie, you're in trouble again. It ain't safe here. Take the others and get out while you still can. Okay. Ooh, tattooed man. Hello, tattooed man. You can take our lives, but you cannot take our freedom. Yes. Very brave heart. Although I have a feeling you are not the good guy. At long last, you will have the dog's death you deserve, deserter. Deserter. Deserter, hey? Now, if this guy says you're a deserter, does that make you a good guy or a bad guy, I wonder? Oh well, who knows? Let's find out. Aided. Severin might have got us into this mess, but I ain't about to let him give his life for us. I'd sooner bow to a fishback than be in that conniving bastard's debt. To arms! Cool. Let's go. Looks like I'm the maximum level for this one as well, which is good. Makes things a tad easier. Let's go. A true knave, you betray even yourself, Severin. We were prepared to overlook the matter of your desertion on the condition that you provided us with suitable replacements. That was the agreement. Yet your last change of heart leaves your debt to us unpaid. Few are they who betray the serpent reavers twice. You will not do so a third time. Grr. This is me trying to be threatening. Grr. Cowering behind your protector will only delay the inevitable. Honourless wretch, your life is all you have left. Oh, that's a creepy grin. And worthless though it be, we shall take it. Masked mage. O mournful voice of creation, send unto me a creature of the abyss, my thrall to command, that I may smite mine enemies. The men in black. The man in the black mask and the black robes. We'll get to know what they are in all due time. In the meantime, we have to fight off Golem. All that splitting of boulders is going to pay off now. You are strong, but strong ones will stand this. Don't have to withstand it if I ain't in line. True grit. Oh. Again. Impossible. Never has the golem been so sorely tested. Or at least that's what I think it said. As I said, I'm a bit slow on the reading. Particularly when I'm reading out loud. I do read slightly faster when I'm reading in my head. But yeah, still slower than most. That the golem could be vanquished. That man is no ordinary adventurer. He's vanished. Ah, you stole her. Late to the party. Sigh, the snake slithered away. I am only glad he did not have the chance to sink his fangs more deeply into you. Oh. Ooh, my head. Those pirates do not belong to any of the known Limpson factions. Whom do they serve? The beast tribes? Surely not. Who do they serve? The beast tribes? Surely not. There we go, that's better inclination. But the timing of their appearance coincides all too neatly with the recent surge in Shahagan and kobold activity. Something is afoot. The question is, what? I don't do a good female voice, so I don't bother trying. Could it be that the tribes are planning to summon their primals? 12 help us if that should prove so. Limpsa would be hard-pressed to keep a single primal at bay, let alone two. But all is yet speculation. I must needs find evidence. For those who have noticed, I am losing my voice slightly. The sea continues to rise, while the lesser moon continues to fall. And ilm by ilm, the world becomes ever more unlike itself. It is as Louisoix foretold. And for those wondering, the reason why I know how to pronounce that particular name is because it comes up a lot. And thankfully is voice acted at certain parts. So I know it's Louisoix. He is French. A lot of the names you tend to notice are akin to certain nation languages, so particularly for certain groups, what they called? The elves. they're Elvin or something like that. And I don't play them, so I tend not to think of them as anything other than wood elves. Are all French. The Rogadin, like myself, are all German. The Lalafels follow the same naming convention as Lalafell, which is syllables, same syllable again, and then a third separate syllable, which interesting, but it makes their names easier for me to read because I know that it's Lalafell, so it will be like Momochi or something like that. And as for Yashtola, as we have in front of her, that is, the first letter is the letter of their tribe. So they have a tribe A to Z's each, and that. So if you're not of the tribe, you have to pronounce the first letter, and then the second bit is their actual name. So there you go. Thought I'd explain that. The coming of chaos has rendered the laws of nature mutable, blurring the boundary between the material and ethereal planes. Little now stands between us and the primals. There we go. It looks a bit weird with the size of the text box I've got, but yes. See why she's considered a best waifu. But they are not here yet. Though time be against us, hope shall ever be on our side. Isn't she pretty? Never did the creed of the Shalayan ring more true. Sorry I keep interspersing this with my own dialogue, but I decided to be quite chatty today. Never did I dream that I would possess the means to see Aether. Oh, that's portentous. Yes. For those who might have played the game, you know what I'm talking about. Those who haven't, well, you'll see later. Yet now that I do begin to take it for granted. How swiftly do the wonders of Sharian seem commonplace. Hmm? Here, for you. Have you come for the festivities? Today the maelstrom officially makes that great hole in the sea its training ground. Join the celebration. Wait, a disturbance in the etheric flow? But hence does it emanate? Sea Song Grotto, perhaps? And that's where she goes to meet us. For the first time. What have we here? Can you walk? "'Tis I. Regrettably no, he eluded me. Understood. I will inform the Commodore." "You collapsed from your exertions? Are you suitably recovered?" "Severin here has apprised me of all that transpires. His account sheds some light upon how you came to be attacked by a golem of all things." "A golem is a mindless automation, inert save when commanded to be otherwise. Common pirates could not hope to control such a thing, so arcana are at its working. So arcane are its workings." There we go. "But then these tattooed wretches are no common pirates. They are the minions of the Shahagan. As to their purpose, well, I shall get to the bottom of it. But first I must escort Severin back to his place of employment. I dare say Steelwyn will be wondering what has become of him. And you too, for that matter, I will bear word to him of your preservation, but I am certain he would like to thank you in person. Pray pay the man a visit. Ah, he told me of you, but perchance he did not tell you of me. My name is Yastola. I am a naturalist of sorts, surveying the aether in hopes that it might offer up some clues as to our predicament. I'd say I owe you my life, but that don't cover it. If it weren't for you, my friends would all be dead and all. 'Tis a debt I can never repay, but I'll not make things worse by running away. Take me to Summerford Farms, and I'll face the consequences. For reasons I cannot fathom, you seem... forgive me. Mayhap we shall have a chance to speak again when I have marshalled my thoughts. Until our paths next cross, farewell. And there we go. Story event complete. So yes, my voice is a little more deep, sexy, gravelly, because it was my birthday yesterday, and I, with some family members, went to a theme park. So lots of shouting and screaming on the various rides, and I've fair worn my voice out, but I can still talk. So therefore, here I am. Again, I'm going to try and keep this to 30 minutes. So, as to make editing easier and for the ease of uploading as well, because trying to keep it down to 60 minutes, when I nearly always go over 60 minutes, is troublesome. At least if I aim for 30 minutes, and go over 30 minutes, I can still upload it easily. At least that's the thinking. Oh, I need to go over the bridge. Over the bridge I go, over the bridge I go. Yes, so that little vision we had earlier showed scenes from before the game started, back in 1.x, when the Lesser Moon Dalamud fell and released the primal Bahamut, who destroyed the land and ravaged it in the calamity. Marking the change from the poorly done 1.x, the failure that was, to the marvel that is 2.x, which is just amazing, to be honest. Wish I'd seen 1.x, because the story, towards the end, the story was really good. They managed to work in things such as the hitbox for monsters wasn't quite right, so they had to grow the monsters, so they would add a quest going, can you look into why the monsters have suddenly grown? So they do things for reason of trying to get the game to work reasonably well, and then add in a story reason as to why that happened, which is really, excuse me, really quite interesting. Or at least I think so. So, let's speak to Steelwind. Lo, I knew you'd return. Your stroller delivered Severin a bit ago. Tales of your heroic deeds precede you. The rest came shuffling back too, the lot of them sporting the same haunted expression. 'Tis me who's to blame for that and the rest. I was once a serpent reaver. A thrall to the Shahagin? 7 hells. Reavers may look and sound and act like pirates, but they're naught but fishback flunkies. Us pirates ain't much for laws, but there's things we won't do. We've got a code. See, but the Reavers never followed a word of it. A few years back, they started snatching law-abiding limpsons. Yeah, I know I used the wrong word, but it was easier to do. I'd only just taken my oath when our captain bent the knee to his new Shahagan masters. I knew I had to get away. So I crept off one night, got myself a new name, and found myself a new home, Summerford Farms. Trouble is, secrets don't stay secret for long round here, and word soon spreads all the way back to the sea. The penalty for desertion is death, but the Reavers offered me a way out instead, my freedom in exchange for my mates. The latter, I don't know what I was thinking. I wasn't bloody thinking, too busy soiling myself. Aye, but you got there in the end, didn't you? When the time came, you made the right decision. The men say little to me, but I hear 'em talk of how you stood up to the Reavers at the last. Of how you tried to give your life to save theirs. But that's as it may. No deed, however good, can atone for the crime of betraying your brethren. You know that. I do. That's why I'm going to hand myself over to the Yellow Jackets. I'll bring shame to the farm no more. You'll hear no arguments from me. Each man must sail according to his own moral compass. I just hope yours guides you back here someday. There will always be a place for you at Summerford Farms, lad. And I'll always be in your debts, Dealwyn. There you go. Here we go. I owe you a debt too, Sorkana. Not once have you let me down. Thank you for saving the men of my farm. If I could ask you one more favour of you, it be this. Tell Brendan what's happened from start to finish. I'm certain he'll put in a good word for Severin if he knew the whole story. And he's one of the few people I know who the Yellow Jackets will listen to. Well, I reckon I've asked all I can possibly ask of you. Safe travels, son. Okay. And that is the end of our journey in Summerford Farms. Time to head to the city. Gonna ride in style, why not? It's only 15 gil. I've got 1,090 now. Yay! I've got money! I might come back here to finish off the various side quests. Oh, coming up with a... yes, it's all rather simple. Hit the button, you jump off. Don't need to read all that. But as ever, with such things, if you wish to read it, I suggest you rewind and pause. Because I have my limits when it comes to the reading. Unless I need to read it to refresh myself on a mechanic or two. Oh yes, I can hand in the Axe in the Stone quest as well. Seeing as I've finished that. Itchy nose. There we go. That startled me slightly. Someone just summoning a carbuncle. Now, I think I'll do... yeah, no, we'll do just desserts. Seeing as we're doing that, might as well. May as well. I could have also just jumped in the elevator, but I prefer using the crystals. Because I forget the elevator's there. You spin me round and round, baby, round and round, like a record, baby, round, 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 round. Bloody hells. Life on the farm ain't quite how I pictured it. Aye, but you needn't worry yourself over, young Severin. The Yellow Jackets as hands out the punishments is a good mate of mine. If I ask him nicely, I reckon he'd... Don't leave out the letters. It gets really annoying. I reckon he'd be willing to commute the lad's sentence from hanging to keelhauling, kindly gent that he is. Ah, I'm only jesting with ye. I'll see he's treated fair. Now, it sounds to me like you've done everything old Steelwin asked of ye and more, justifying me generous finder's fee in the process. Much obliged, lad. I'm glad you're getting paid. As for a reward, well, she's a lonely lady, the drowning wench of mine. Owen, how'd you fancy keeping her company for a spell with free room and board? There we go, we're getting our in-room. Venturing's a tiring business, after all. Them as don't rest their bones every now and again tend to end up with broken ones. And take it from me, fighting ain't nearly so much fun when you're nursing a shattered arm. Got that? Good. There'll always be free bed for you, so make use of it. In rooms now available. Not that you'll have much time for laying around. What with all the leaves you'll be doing. Oh, didn't I mention I'm putting you down for leaves? Our guild draws all manner of clients, offering all manner of odd jobs. Honestly, I'm amazed at how much folk'll pay to avoid doing an honest day's labour. Just give Tamokiri, a shout when that's a hard one. Shout whenever you feel like making a few extra gil. She'll always have some task or other for you to do. Cool. Unlocking all sorts now. Oh, and it's all above board, in case you're wondering. We'll careful to stay on the Admiral's right side in here. Unlike some pirates I could mention, I tell you, if it turns out that they had aught to do with them kidnappings, there'll be 7 L's to pay. A proper bleeding reckoning. Mayhap that's what Limpsa needs, though. On rough seas, sometimes you have to rock the boat to get it right. But we'll have time for such talk when you're well and rested. Till then, enjoy the wench's hospitality. Cool. We've got a nice blue dyed helm. Or a blood red Guft. Guft, whatever that is. But that's for your magic types. And Ibia strength type. Quest complete. Yay! You now have access to recommendations. This feature displays a list of quests or duties currently available in your area. The recommendation list can be opened from under duty in the main menu and will also be displayed automatically when you log in. I turn all that off before I start recording. There's other things that turn up automatically as well, and I turn all that off as well. If you find yourself unsure of what to do next, this tool makes it simple to locate activities suitable for your present class and level. Okay. All complete, and we're at 35 minutes. So, with that, I'm actually going to log off in the in-room and see if I remember to start recording before I log back in, because there is a amusing animation when you log out in an in-room. Greetings, lad. What can I do you for this fine evening? Ah, yes, that's me adding my own little influx to it. What can I do for you? Rather than do you for. But there we go. Retire to have a nice rest. Okay, why you laugh like that? Why you laugh like that? Okay, this is an in-room. Got my summoning bell. Crystal bell. Ooh, I can even change the... Ah, yes. So yeah, this is... Again, I'm going to quickly go flick through this. Pause it if you want to read. Basically, I can change the music playing here if I have the orchestra roll, which I don't. So, yeah. Comfy feathered bed, the unending journal, glamour dresser, and actually I can use this one now. Yes, because it's telling you again, pause if you want to read. Basically, it's where I put gear that is special but I no longer need. So, for example, I'm not a red mage, so I can put that away so it's not taking up inventory space for me. This is all the stuff I've been given. I'm going to put all this away as well. Oh, I forgot. I have... Why? Oh, because it's past level 10. That'll be why. But I will keep that in because I will need it later when I do other... Oh, because it's not 100%. Forget, things have to be 100% before you can put them in. So I need to get that all fixed up before I can put it in here. So I'll do glamour dresser. I can't use yet because I haven't unlocked glamour. Now the unending journal is an interesting one. Let's change the size. There we go. It plays all the cutscenes I've done. So everything that I've already done, I can play the cutscene for with a little description as to the story before the cutscene starts, which is useful. You know, it helps for if you come back after a while. It helps get you back up to speed and so on and so forth. Oh yeah, I was going to hand in Axe in the Stone. I'll do that on the next episode. So yeah. So yeah, I'm going to log off by actually going to the bed, and I will show you that. But I'll do my farewell for now. So yes, thank you for joining me on this ending of a story arc, and see you later. Ta-ra! Now, where's the bed? Oh. Bed, bed, bed. We're going to log out. Here we go. Oh, so sleepy. I tell you, I've had days at work where I felt like that. Just flop. Okay. Bye-bye.